Here are the three must-have AI agents that you should put in place to help you as an inbound marketer scale with less in 2025. Hey y'all, I'm Trevor Mock, the CEO of Carrot.com. And one thing that I'm really talking about and thinking about a lot in my own companies and the companies of my clients is how the heck we use AI, right? What role does AI play? And as an inbound marketing led business, both our company at Carrot, we grew to that 8-figure mark. Primarily with inbound marketing. And then with our clients, we help our clients do inbound marketing through content on the internet, and it's really attracting those most qualified leads. With that type of marketing, what we're really looking for that attracts us to inbound marketing in the first place is we are attracting a better quality lead. The person comes to us versus us having to go to them through an outbound marketing channel. The marketing channel has an insanely high ROI because they are more motivated because they're seeking you out because it's higher quality. The challenge that happens though is when we start to grow that business and we start to maybe add in a person or two, or maybe we're still solo and we're just running ragged trying to do all these things, we start to have leads slip through the cracks. We start to have some of those amazing inbound leads that we worked our butts off for, that we created content for, that we made high converting websites for, start to slip through the cracks, die, and then move to our competitors. So I'm going to walk you through the three AI agents that we are building into our own products. We just launched some big features, these features in our own CRM this past week in our Carrot CRM product. And we're going to walk you through how you can use them as an inbound marketer to win back more leads, win back more deals with less resources, less effort this year. Now, if you aren't using these tools, I can guarantee you as you move into this next year and into 2026, 2027, you will start to fall behind those who are, because either you're spending too much money, too much time to be able to do these things, so your margins get compressed, or you're not doing them. And those leads and deals are going to other competitors. So the first thing to think about is, before we talk about the three AI agents, I want to talk about where does AI land in our businesses. So if you think about AI in a continuum, on one extreme far end on the left side is AI doesn't impact my business at all, right? And there probably are some industries like that. I live in Oregon, in a small town called Roseburg, and one of the biggest industries in this area is logging. It has been for decades, and in fact, Douglas County, where I live, historically has been the largest timber producing county in all of America for decades and decades. So timber, or the people actually physically up on the mountains doing the logging, that's probably going to be an industry or a job that's going to be touched by AI towards the latter end of things. I don't think that job is going to go away anytime soon, but eventually it probably will, with some sort of AI machines that are out there recognizing the right types of logs, doing it the right way, and probably won't be any humans out there eventually doing that work. That's going to take a while. Now, on the other end of the extreme is AI is going to fully make your business or product obsolete. We've already seen that happen in industries just this past year, where there's apps on people's cell phones that that millions of people had, and all of a sudden one AI feature came out and it made the product obsolete. There's so many things I think that AI will make obsolete over the next 10 years. But if you're a real estate investor or real estate agent or someone providing a service to a home, I think those jobs are going to be around for a long time. Now, in the middle of those two on the continuum is an increasing amount of how AI can impact your role. So up one level from AI not impacting my job or product at all is AI can enhance what we're already doing. It can speed it up a little bit. Okay, so we have features in our products at Carrot.com where AI speeds it up a little bit. We have our AI content rewrite tools that do that, and you can use ChatGPT and all kinds of other tools that speed up your workflow a little bit. Okay, the next thing on the continuum is AI starts to replace workflows. So what are some of the core workflows that happen in the work for you or in the work for your clients? Well, we want to ask, what are those core workflows, and can we use AI to replace the core workflows for our clients with our products? Or can we replace the core workflows in our own businesses with AI to make it more efficient and make it better? Okay. What are examples of that? I'm going to walk you through some of the AI agents here in a bit that you should be using as an inbound marketer that replace the core workflow. But one of those examples people are using on the content marketing side of things is the content ideation, is the content promotion. There's many ways AI is being used to actually replace many of the steps the human would do, so the human can now kind of advance to a different type of work. Okay. The last part in there is it actually replaces the human or replaces the product in those areas. Okay. Now, once again, depending on your industry, depending on the work, we're already seeing some of that happen. And I'm going to show you a couple ways you can enhance, replace, and speed up your workflows as an inbound marketer to scale with less in 2025. Okay. So here's the deal. With those AI features, those are the three things we're looking for: to speed things up, to enhance what the human can do, and to replace. Okay. And so each one of these is going to be looking in your funnel. All we're going to focus on in this video, as far as the inbound marketing side goes, is post lead attraction. So once you got the lead in your database, now what are the AI agents we can put in place to make all that work better? Okay. So the first thing in that customer journey, once a lead comes in, is speed to lead. Speed to leads insanely important, as you know. When we look at the stats, when you increase the amount of time that it takes to get back to a lead, it'll dramatically impact the close ratio or the conversion ratio of that lead to a closed prospect. I've even seen some data and some numbers where the difference between 15 minutes and 30 minutes on speed to lead could be over a 50% difference in the ability to close that lead into a closed prospect. Now, why is this? Part of it is because with an inbound lead, the person is actively seeking out a solution. They're actively looking for solutions. And they went to your website and they might have went to two others. And by the time the 30 minutes goes by, they might have already engaged with a company who has actually picked up the phone or engaged with them quickly. And I'm going to show you how to do that with AI. Okay, the first AI bot you should put in place in your business as an inbound marketer post lead attraction is essentially the speed to lead bot, or in our platform, we call it an autonomous lead manager. Okay. What a lot of industries do, our clients in the real estate investor and agent industry, once a lead comes in, it goes to a role that might be called a lead manager or some other role like that. Okay. You might be delivering them an automated message that thanks them for filling out the form or thanks them from taking that action. But usually that's about where most people leave it off. They may, if you're lucky, put them into an automated sequence, which everybody gets the same sequence no matter what their situation, which is better than nothing. But you're going to be getting some of those most motivated people to fall off the track because it's not tailored to them. So with an automated lead manager, an autonomous lead manager bot, what ours does on our Carrot CRM is the second that a lead comes in, you can actually schedule an autonomous lead manager based off of whatever channel or sequence they came from. And what we would suggest is look at all of your primary channels of marketing. You've got Google pay-per-click, you've got Facebook ads, you have SEO organic, you have ones that came through other channels. And you can ask the question, would the people coming through this channel benefit from a more tailored and customized message or experience? And so we're going to go through and create autonomous lead managers for every single one of those primary channels. And we're going to program them with the objections, with the ways of working through that conversation, specifically for the challenges, problems, avatar, and the next step that you're wanting them to solve. Okay. In that autonomous lead manager, you want to make sure to give them a goal. What is the goal? And in the case of our clients, what our clients are doing in our Carrot CRM is the goal of that first autonomous lead manager is to engage in that lead immediately through a text message or an email or both. It's to ask them some questions to figure out, are they motivated to sell? What's your timeline? What's the condition of the property? Okay. Where is it? Are you the person who actually is the owner? And then the last thing is let's now move you to a phone call. Let's get you an appointment. We're going to be driving towards an appointment after the basics of qualification is done. Okay. There's a couple things I want you to do with those autonomous lead managers. That's the first one that I mentioned is qualifying your leads. What are the 2, 3, 4 criteria that you look for the most in your qualified leads? Those are the questions your autonomous lead manager should be asking. And then as it gets the answers, guiding towards a booked appointment. Okay. That's the first major focus. The second thing with that autonomous lead manager is I want that autonomous lead manager to not remove the human experience. One thing that I truly believe the AI should not be used for, I don't think AI should be used to replace humans. Now, it's inevitable that roles, jobs, businesses will be replaced by AI. The goal, though, for me is to not replace humans, it's to enhance humans. Literally, I'm looking across the office right now, and one of our core values is to add humanity to business. With that, we want to take AI and say, how can we scale the human experience? How can we scale human attention with technology? Okay, we put AI in spots where we can mimic a human to get a wide volume of interactions happening, so then we can get them to a human to really drive that experience deeply. Okay, that's the first AI bot that you want to put in place for post purchase or post lead, actually, for an inbound marketer. Now, the second one was, let's say the lead comes in and you've engaged with them, but they haven't converted yet. They haven't stepped in to become a customer yet. The next area we're seeing massive, massive lift and improvement in time saved and focusing on the right leads is lead intelligence. Okay, let's say you have a phone call with the lead. You have 5 phone calls with the lead. There's text messages coming through. There's emails coming through. It's 28 days of conversations back and forth. I was looking in one of our Carrot CRM clients' accounts today, and they had 78 touches, 78 individual touches over a 4-month period between emails, phone calls, both outbound and inbound, and text messages. Okay, back and forth, even as recently as 4 days prior to me checking it. So that person is active, they're engaged, and they're showing that they are at least wanting to continue a conversation in some way, shape, or form. Now, imagine they call you up or they text message you or email you and they have a question, and now they're getting ready to kind of advance and move. Maybe the timing is right now and you're on the spot. You're trying to remember, what the heck have we talked about over the last 3, 4, 6 weeks or 4 months? Okay. So one thing that we've put into our platform now is it's a lead intelligence platform. It's basically called AI lead summaries or AI lead overviews. You need to inject into your platform, whatever you're using as an inbound marketer, something that looks at every phone call, every email, every text message, every communication that you've had with them, and every bit of data and every note that you've taken down about them, looks at your criteria on what is a good lead, what is a good customer, summarizes everything from all communication platforms and channels, and brings them into one tidy box of a sentence. Okay, here's Nancy. Here's her challenge. Here's when you originally called. Here's what her ask was. She loved these features. She had these objections. Here's what she's currently using. Here's what's next, blah. That's already working right now, y'all, in many systems, including our platform at Carrot CRM. That's launched live. People are using it today, and it's been cutting down the time to get caught up on the leads information by 95%. Imagine if now you have that much more time to go through more leads rather than sifting through all the pieces and piles of communication to try to get caught up on that one lead. You now can do far more with less and convert more of your inbound leads into customers and prospects. Okay, that's the second AI agent that you want to put in as an inbound marketer post lead attraction. Now, the third AI agent that you want to put in post lead attraction really probably isn't an agent at all. It's more of a workflow improver. And this is a lead scorer. Now, lead scoring is not new. Lead scoring has been around for ages. It's been around for a long time. The challenge with lead scoring usually is it's pretty rudimentary. Okay, it can be updated semi-dynamically, but usually it takes a little bit of time. And either it's insanely cumbersome to set up a really sophisticated lead score that has a lot of different variables like engagement and motivation and deal size and all these different things. It's insanely complicated to put up historically using the old technology, or it just wouldn't be very sophisticated. And so you would look in there and lots of the lead scores were kind of pretty close, and it really didn't do the job you would hope it to do, which is giving you focus, giving you clarity in where you need to spend your time. So now with AI and this type of an AI workflow or AI enhancer, you can now immediately have auto updated lead scores based off of everything we've already mentioned, based off of every conversation that's happened, based off of every phone call that's happened if it's done in our platform. Okay, if the phone call is done in our platform, we have the recordings, we have the transcripts, and this system, the lead score and the summary, can go through and listen to every single phone call, look at all the transcripts, look at every text message, every email, look at every note that you wrote, look at every piece and part about that transaction, the property, the address, the value of the property, the loan on the property, all the property data that we've got in there. It looks at all of it. It looks across our factors on lead scoring and that we set and we program. And then we weighted those factors to say, this is most important. This is the next most important. And this is should be 20% of it. And then immediately, instantly, every single time a new thing happens, they move to a new step, they reply to a conversation, they do anything, the lead score automatically updates. The power with this is, y'all, you now don't have to sift through tons of data that doesn't mean anything as an inbound marketer. You can just log in, look at the lead score, use the lead score that's dynamically updated to guide you on the ones that are likely going to be the ones you should be spending the most time on. Ignore the other ones for now. Let your autonomous lead manager, that agent, do its work, having the conversations, qualifying them, bringing them along. As it qualifies them and finds motivation in those conversations, the lead score gets updated, and it dramatically streamlines your ability as the inbound marketer to do more with less, serve your clients better with a human touch, as technology lets you zero in on the parts and the people that are the most important. All right, guys, if this has benefited you and added value to you, well, first of all, if you're a real estate investor or real estate agent and you want these AI agents put inside of your business, we just rolled those out in our software company, Carrot.com. You can go check out our CRM product. We have that and other AI features that we just rolled out that are absolutely amazing. And you can set up an unlimited amount of AI agents that you want to the autonomous lead manager. You can set up an unlimited amount of those for all the different channels that you want to right now and have them do the conversations for you while you're with your family, while you're with your kids, while it's the weekend. They'll handle this for you. So go check it out. That's carrot.com/CRM and engage. Check it out. We actually have a free account in that CRM. Now, the second thing, if you're not in our industry and you're in any other industry and you want to put these in place, there are tools that can help you with it. There's not a lot that do everything I just walked you through, but keep an eye out, because before you make the next hire or before you make the next big investment in spending more ads and trying to get more leads coming in the front door, ask yourself, can I leverage AI to make more from the leads I'm already getting? All right, guys, let me know down below what you're using AI for right now in your business here in the YouTube video. Or if you're listening to this on the podcast, head over to YouTube, watch the video version, and or hit me up on Instagram. DM me Trevor.Mauch. That's Trevor.Mauch. Let me know what you're using AI for right now in your marketing stack. Is it working? Is it not working? Where do you need help? And if you're enjoying these types of videos on AI and you want us to go crazy deeper, bring in tactical things, prompts, things like that, let me know. We'll bring more of those here in the Entrepreneur Freedom Formula podcast and YouTube channel as well. All right, guys, if you like this, we actually have another video on AI that is the one single prompt that every single entrepreneur needs that can help you run your business more effectively. I use this prompt every day. I've used it twice today, and it helps me make decisions. It helps guide me on my next coaching conversation with a team member. It helps me with strategy. It's what I call the master prompt for your business growth model. It's one prompt. You plug it in there, and it is the thing that basically runs the business intelligence outside of the people that I work with. That's where I go next. All right, guys, check that video out and advance your knowledge and use in AI today.